So welcome, our brilliant and beloved sister Sarah. We so appreciate your visionary leadership and consistent solidarity. And as always at Setsi, we begin all things by giving thanks to our creator, by giving thanks to the original stewards of the various lands we're on. We give thanks to all our ancestors, all those who toiled, our compassionate compensation. We give thanks to all our elders, community stalwarts, whose shoulders we stand on as we build, share, and learn together for our collective liberation and sovereignty. So Sarah, can you please introduce yourself to our listeners and viewers and share a bit about your remarkable work?
Absolutely. My name is Sarah Juma, and I'm thrilled to be here today. I am an entrepreneur, a community builder, a consultant who specializes in diversity and inclusion. I started my path into entrepreneurship, I think back in 2010 when I developed an app called Style ID to identify items worn and seen on screen. And during my time doing that, I just noticed a lot of challenges within the ecosystem. So ended up creating a company called Innovate Inclusion to advocate for the economic success of Black entrepreneurs. And then from there, just been working with various companies and helping them better support Black entrepreneurs and Black employees, and just building communities and enjoying life.
Indeed, indeed. Well, we appreciate your consistent commitment to community economic development and all that you do for so many entrepreneurs and innovators in our community. So as always, my next question is, what's inspiring you right now? What has you curious, or what's keeping you up at night?
Oh my goodness. So definitely what's keeping me up at night is figuring out how to build that bridge from Canada to Africa, because the economy there's so much that can be done here in partnership. We have brilliant brothers and sisters down here on the continent that just need a little bit of assistance in, developing companies and growing or developing their ability to be sustainable for the future. And I know we have a ton of brilliant brothers and sisters that had the opportunity to school and live and grow in Canada. And I just feel like there's just this match that can happen if we really work on it, and a beautiful opportunity ahead that can be had.
Absolutely. These are things that we talk about all the time as people
Right,
that are part of the global Black diaspora and a historically unique group. That's a lot of time
right.
born in the West, not being able to identify with a specific region on the continent. So once again,
Hmm.
I couldn't agree more in terms of the amount of opportunities to ensure that no one is left behind in terms of economic sovereignty and
Right.
liberation. So my next question,
Exactly.
what challenges and barriers do you face in your work? And what are some of the approaches you and your colleagues are taking to overcome some of these challenges and barriers?
Oh, challenges and barriers. So for me, it's definitely around the funding ecosystem. You have to be really connected within that ecosystem in order to gain funds. And when you have lots of great ideas and lots of experience within the ecosystem where changes can be made, but you're having difficulty finding funding or support. Um, yeah, that's one of my big challenges. And specifically, that challenge comes up more in terms of for-profit companies. So if you're running non-for-profit companies, it's a little bit easier to get that support and get that funding. But for our brothers and sisters who have for-profit companies that have the ability to employ, hundreds, sometimes thousands of people, but there's no funding when you go look for it, or there's a lot of strings attached to that funding, that definitely keeps me up at night. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm working on right now is creating new ways to get funding to for-profit entrepreneurs that could really make a difference.
Absolutely. And I think that you have an incredible body of work when it comes to working with for-profit and nonprofit entrepreneurs and mission-driven businesses. You launched BEMI, the Black Entrepreneurship Mental Health Initiative, years ago. And that was, I feel, one of the most revolutionary, innovative models I've seen in such a long time, especially the impact it had over COVID. And there's a lot of folks doing things in the mental health space for entrepreneurs, but I find that the BEMI model and framework was the most comprehensive I've ever seen. I'd love to hear more about BEMI.
Yeah, absolutely. So at Innovate Inclusion, we don't like to reinvent the wheel. So when there's an opportunity to partner or existing programs, we always look to work with communities to expand on that. But during the first year of the pandemic, we launched the Black Entrepreneurship Mental Health Initiative, BEMI, because there was nothing else like it. And so that year we connected 100 Black entrepreneurs to culturally competent mental health clinicians for 5 one-hour support sessions. And the demand, it was incredible. Since then, we've been able to connect 400 additional Black entrepreneurs and frontline workers with comprehensive support. And so I'm so proud to announce that with the help of the Foundation for Black Communities, actually, we launched a set of self-care toolkits for Black entrepreneurs, in an effort to meet the consistent demand for support that we see. So yeah, we're really proud of that program, and we're hoping to support many more Black entrepreneurs, just with the little challenges that may come up when they're launching a business.
That's incredible. Congrats.
Thank
So
you.
my second last question, what is your ultimate goal and what does success look like and feel like to you and your colleagues?
Well, for me, my ultimate goal is to be able to support other entrepreneurs and nonprofit initiatives without having to look for funding outside. I want to be able to develop enough funding on my own, enough revenue, so that I can take my own money and put it into all these fantastic projects that I see. So that's the goal, whether they're community-based, whether they're for-profit. I just see so much possibility out there, and I want to support it all.
Indeed. And you're doing so much, and for so many. So once again, I just applaud your consistent leadership and commitment to our community. So my last question, do you have any closing thoughts or calls to action for our listeners and our viewers?
So definitely, for just some closing thoughts for the individuals within Canada that support our Black entrepreneurs, thank you so much. Like the entire reason why I started Innovate Inclusion at the time, I think it was 2016 that started, is because there just wasn't any support out there in the ecosystem. And now I see so many great organizations and people stepping up to support our Black entrepreneurs. And I just really send a heartfelt thanks out to everybody that's taking their time to do that. And calls to action, just keep supporting, and eventually we will get there. We will see all of our businesses growing and expanding and doing wonderful things. So yeah, thank you very much.
Indeed. No, thank you. I really appreciate you for your consistent leadership, transparency, and the remarkable authenticity and innovation that you bring to this work. We really appreciate you, my sister. And as always at Setsi, we close the way we began this conversation, this interview, by giving thanks to our creator, by giving thanks to the original stewards of the various lands we're on. We give thanks to all our ancestors, all those who toiled without compassion or compensation. We give thanks to all our elders, community stalwarts, whose shoulders we stand on as we build, share, and learn together for our collective liberation and sovereignty. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate you, fam.
Thank you.